Hi guys, this video is going to be a little bit different. My other ones have been reviews. This one's more of a guide, or I guess just a video on how I play turretless and casemate tank destroyers. It's something a few people have asked me to do. Now in this game, I'm in the Jagdtiger. It's a tier 9 game, nearly everyone's tier 9 apart from the fact their team have got 2 tier 8s and a top tier platoon. Our team have got 2 tier 7s and 2 tier 8s, and those tier 7s are platoons, so green team's at a disadvantage. Now in TDs, a lot of people on this map would go sit on the ridge and they'd wait for tanks to go into the middle, and then they'd sit there and snipe any red tanks that are there, and then they'd hope to snipe red tanks on the far side of the map. Some people do that, it might work okay. I don't. I find it too situational. I find sniping in general too situational. You've got to hope you've got good scouts, and you have to hope the red team end up driving into your line of sight. It's just, I don't know, I don't like that playstyle. I find it boring, and I just don't find it reliable enough. What I tend to do in most TDs, and I know I'm in a Jagdtiger here, which has got a decent bit of armour around the gun, the rest of it's pretty rubbish to be fair. I know some other TDs don't have armour, but a lot of the time in most TDs I'm still quite aggressive, and I'll just work on using terrain to minimise my exposure, and I'll take a shot and then, you know, get back around the corner or roll back behind the hill and go back to take another shot when it's safe, and I find that's just a more reliable way of doing damage. It won't work for everyone, but when I'm playing, that's what works best for me. When I was asked to do this guide, I started initially trying to play tank destroyers like they're, you know, supposed to be played, which is, you know, find a bush, line of sight and all that. And I was just having awful game after awful game, and it just wasn't fun. So then I gave up, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to play the way I play, and we'll go from there. It's not a play style that'll work for everyone, but this is what works for me, and I can't try and give tips on a play style that I can't make work. So here we are. I've got a bit of gun depression, and I'm going to help these guys and put some shots into the Object 430 here. I've not got decent shots on the T30. I'd have to overextend a little bit to get a shot on him. Now you do have to be careful and pay attention to your surroundings when you're playing aggressively like this in a tank destroyer. As you can see, I just got hit then. I believe that was the Waffenträger off Panzer IV, but he used HE. It could have been a lot worse, I got lucky there. But that could have been bad, and that was because I wasn't paying attention to tanks over there on the hill. They're not shooting our heavy tanks because they can't see each other for the most part. That's another reason I don't like sitting on the ridge. You can shoot things that go into the middle, but a lot of the time you're not going to see the people, you know, on the other side, and you're just kind of sat there then waiting for tanks to either come up the middle or, you know, to lose the corner. Here I'm going for their heavy tank. If they'd gone further forward there, he would have got a shot on me. So I've backed off, and I'm going around here so that I can use the bit of terrain to get hull down, because like I say, the armour around my gun is the strongest armour I've got. However, the medium tanks have flanked around, and the heavy tank is in the platoon, so he's turned around to help his platoon mate. So I'm going to get aggressive here, close range, and start putting shots into these heavy tanks, because otherwise our medium tanks are going to die against 2 of them. However, the heavy tank is bringing his gun to bear. He's noticed me after I put a shot into him, so I'm trying to get out of the way. I was hoping I could pull in a little bit, but his shot like hurts me anyway. But he's going to be dead. I've still got half my life, but I've lost more life than I should have done. Slight collision there between me and the medium. I'm hoping to put some more shots into this Japanese tank before he can kill our other medium tank. However, our other medium tank's got himself into a dead end, and he's going to struggle to get out, and he dies. I notice now that the heavy tank is turning its gun round, and the first thing it's going to see is me, so I'm going to get behind the dead tank here. When you're playing aggressive, it's always good using every bit of cover you can get, whether it be a rock, you know, a crater, a dead tank, it's all usable. You also have to pay attention to your surroundings a lot. Now I noticed our medium there, not only did he die, but he couldn't see what was shooting him, so instantly I look at the thing. They've not got a light tank on their team, so that means they've got tank destroyers with binos on. I don't have binos, so they're going to see me first if I go that way currently. So I can't really do that. So instead, I'm going to go put some shots onto the medium. He's trying to head towards our base, so now I've got side shots on him. Now in this TD, I pen his armour anyway, but a side shot gives me a chance of hitting his ammo rack. So I'm going to aim just below his turret, and his turret goes flying. We get a little firework display down there. And now I'm waiting, hoping that the medium tank might come up, because I need some eyes really. Normally I would mount optics or binos on this, but I'd only just bought this tank back. Currently I've got a gun rammer and ventilation, so I've gone into this not fully equipped, and I'm at a disadvantage now here because I don't have view range. Now, their tortoise, I've looked at my map, he's probably not seen our medium tank, the only thing he's seen is me, and he's advancing, so that means he's coming after me. So I need to back up. Unfortunately I got caught on RE50 there, but I used the terrain and it blocks the shot. Now this is risky in general because the tortoise has got a more accurate gun than I do and better rate of fire, but I'm hull down and he has a weak roof, so I can use this to my advantage still, thankfully. We see a shot here, goes in the top. The tortoise has got a really thin roof for the most part. Now he backs off now, he's realised that this engagement is not going to win, so he's taking a smart move and he's backing off. Now this is awkward. At this point the game could go either way. I've already done a fair amount of damage at this point, but I'm kind of stuck currently, I'm not sure what to do. Then I realise that medium tank's holding our heavy back and he's probably not going to push up, so I do something risky here and I push on the medium tank. And I take a lot of damage for doing so. This bit was kind of a mistake on my part. I should have made myself known to the medium and then pulled back in to distract him for a second instead of charging after him. I did get the kill, but now I've got no hit points left, leaving me open to the tortoise, but thankfully a teammate takes him out. I got too aggressive there, and that's the tough bit. You've got to have balanced aggression if you're going to play aggressively in a tank destroyer. They tend to have less HP than heavy tanks do, so it's very easy to get yourself in a bad spot with them. Now that I've got low health, I'm going to fall back into more of a sniper role now. I can't use my health to trade anymore, I've lost that asset, so now I have to play sniper, and at this point I don't mind playing sniper because it's the only option left to me. And plus I know roughly where their tanks are, they're all in front of us now, they're not anywhere else on the map. I'm not going to be you know, sat on the flank for 5 minutes waiting only for no tanks to show up. However, we do need some of our team to spot those TDs. I can't do it. I know roughly where they are, but if I was to get spotted by any of them, well, I've got 190 health, so they can easily take me out of the game. So at this point I'm waiting and just being patient. We've got a few green tanks left at this point, and I'm hoping just to stay hidden behind this tree for a minute basically. This bit of the game is a bit slow, quite dull to watch, and again this is one of the reasons I just can't stand sniping in my TDs. I know sometimes if you're bottom tier in something like an ISU 122, sniping might be the best way to go, but then again when you're bottom tier in a tank destroyer, a lot of the time your penetration can be a bit crap, and then you're probably going to struggle to pen anyway. I've got a fair few TDs, like my Gorilla 15, my German tier 10 one, I'll play really aggressively in that as well. Take pot shots at people where I can and just use the mobility to get around quite a lot. I think the only TD I tend to snipe in is the Stug, the hidden premium in tier 5. But that thing's just got ridiculous camo, so you know that one can do it easily enough. Now the team's going to take care of the last TD there. I'm not going to get there in time, so I'm going to have to go back to the garage because it takes a while and I've only got a 10-minute recording time on this one. Now this video might not have been as helpful as some of you were hoping, but this is how I play my TDs and how I make them work. I didn't do anything particularly skillful there necessarily. I was just, you know, a bit careful with covering things. I also made some mistakes, but everything I did there was things that, you know, everyone should be able to do. And, you know, for certain people who do better than me, like I said, I did take a fair few shots there where I didn't need to. I do like this tank, to be fair. It can, you know, it can bounce some shots. I was having a look at it to see if I can get the results, but I couldn't. It was an ace game. It was plenty of damage. I'm not going to go into the damage too much because, you know, no one really cares about that. I'm not here to kind of show off. But yeah, it got me an ace game and it was pretty good, but I wouldn't have got that damage if I'd have been camping, and we might well have lost as well. So that's why I prefer being aggressive and having an impact on the game over sitting in the bush. Anyway, thanks for watching guys. I do hope it was helpful.